everybody, this is Tui back after 9 months. I'll tell you why I was gone for 9 months in a future video, but today this video is for Mei Ling and Chloe. Hi girls! I am so happy that you girls have expressed an interest in scrapbooking, and I am so excited to show you what I know about it and my passion for it and my enthusiasm for it and all the tips and tricks that I have learned over the years. So today I was going to show you Gracie's 4th grade album. This is the album that you have, Mei Ling. So some of the pages in here will be exactly the same as what you have. I've added some other papers to the album, so it may not look exactly the same. But Chloe, this is your album here. This is the same album that Brianna has. Brianna has this album, the little bicycle in the front. I think it's adorable too. But these albums, you can buy them at Michael's. And they're so cute, mini albums, perfect sized for little kids to carry and take to school if they wanted to show their friends, or bring it to school on the last day of school so that their friends can sign off like a little yearbook. And before I found these little albums at Michael's, I created one from scratch. And this is the one that I made for Gracie when she was in kindergarten. So the album itself I made from cardboard, covered it with paper, and I used these 3-ring binders as the binding. So one of these days I'll show you this album in a future video. But today I'm going to show you Gracie's album and see if I can give you some tips on what to do with all the embellishments that you have that I gave you in your kit. So let's get started. So this album has a pocket in the front and a pocket in the back, which is perfect for you to gather all of your pictures and little schoolwork things that you want to include in your album. In this case, these were just little proofs of pictures that the school took of Gracie that I saved in here. This is her little passport when she went to the Capistrano, I think it's the mission, San Juan Capistrano mission. She worked on a project and researched a little bit about Selena Gomez. So she wanted to keep that in her album. And this is a little tag that I printed up from Pinterest. That's another place for you to find things that you'll like. Images, poems, sayings, word art, all that stuff you can find on Pinterest. You know, pin it and then come back when you have time and print those out. You can search printables, free printables, and you'll find a whole bunch of resources on Pinterest. I print them and then I make them into tags and I write little notes to the kids. I put that in their lunchbox, and then when they come home, I take those tags and I save them to put into their albums. And then this little pull-out tag here I made. I got this idea after the album was done, and I'm going to do this every year, but it's something where I can save their handwriting, where they write their name using their own handwriting, and so that I can save maybe I'll even have them sign it, because each year their signature might change. But anyhow, I usually like to use the school picture on the first page. And you can use die cuts to embellish your album. You can use rhinestones, you can use pearls, stickers, letter stickers, all kinds of things. And obviously I use a lot of ribbon. What you can do with your ribbons is, if you have a sewing machine, you can sew it down like I did here to make it a little tab. If you don't have a sewing machine, just glue it down with some very sticky guess it's industrial strip glue. maybe in a future video I'll show you the glues that I use. Okay, so moving on. This was a birthday, so I wanted to create these birthday balloons, and I only had one die cut of a balloon. So with these other balloons tucked in the back, I just kind of hid them in the back so you don't really see that little, like the little bottom of the balloon where you tie the balloon. So basically this is just a basic circle shape, and this is a basic oval shape, which you can use as an egg for maybe an Easter page, or I can't think of anything else to use an oval other than the balloon. And then what I did was I ran it through my Big Shot machine, and I embossed it with the little Swiss dots embossing folder. So girls, what you can do is search on YouTube all of these little terminologies that I'm using that is unfamiliar to you. Search it on YouTube and you'll find tons of videos on how to use those tools and what it looks like. Okay, now this page here on this side, I made it a little flap and open up the flap. And this is a ribbon tag here, a ribbon tab, but this is just paper that you can cut into a shape to use as a tab to open that up. And this is, I cut the cupcake from paper, just scrapbook paper, and then I layered it with a lot of different shapes underneath it, and then I used foam glue to pop it up so you get some dimension there. And this die cut shape here, you see these loopy loops, they kind of remind me of waves in the water, so I sewed that down here for this picture of the girls in the pool. And then with, you can see, sorry, there it is. Right there, these loops here. With these little loops, what I did with that was to make it looked to me like teardrops or water splashes or raindrops. So I glued them on here and glued the alphabet letters to say splash. And then this was also from what I cut out of this piece. So many uses for some of your die cut, from your die cuts. Okay, so the next page, I like to take some pictures of her projects, her school projects, and then include that in her album. And then what I'd like is for her to do most of her journaling, but as you can see, I write a lot of things in here for her to remember her school years. Gracie's not that into journaling yet, so I'm hoping in the future she'll do more of her own journaling. Okay, this page here, this little intricate die cut here is actually, I took it from an invitation, and the invitation kind of stuck inside of here, so I saved it. I saved the invitation. See, this is the back of the invitation. And that way I can tuck like tags inside of here or photos. And then I made a flip up page so that I can add more pictures, because at this event, it was an award ceremony. I had so many pictures and I didn't want it to, as you can see, the album's so full as it is. I didn't want to make this layout a 4-page layout. So I did the tab so I can add the little pictures inside. And then I think, let me see. And this is a little pocket. As you you make the pockets in here. Use pearls to embellish your pages. Rhinestones use rhinestones as flower centers. I'm sorry, it's so hard to think about what you're talking about and try to show what you're talking about on camera in the frame. So, multitasking at its best, I guess. Okay, so this next one here, I made it a smaller flip out because I wanted to keep this girl's rule image of this page. So I made this little flip out with a little ribbon here tied to a tab. And inside there's room for 2 more photos. And then actually, if I didn't glue this top part here down, then it would be a pocket for more photos. Let me see. So yeah, here we go. Another flip up. So this journaling, little journaling box, or I guess you can call it journaling box, I printed that, I downloaded that off of Pinterest and printed it out, and then just, in fact this one, Gracie did her journaling on this one, so that was cool. Her thoughts about the day. Oh, I just realized I can zoom in without having to lift up the book. So let me try that. Okay, here's another flip up. And you can see flowers. I've added a lot of flowers in your kit. So use whatever flowers you have, whether it's paper flowers or fabric flowers or even crochet flowers, lace flowers, anything. And you can even make flowers. I'll show you in the future how to make flowers out of lace, out of ribbon, out of fabric. And then ribbon, with ribbon you can do so much. You can make ruffles. And in this case here, let's see if I can zoom in. Ah, there we go. I really like this ribbon because it has images of a girl doing gymnastics, and that's what Gracie really loves right now. Is she's really into gymnastics and dance and things like that. So she had a great time here at the gymnastics gym. I added some hearts that I popped up, and journaling. Here's a sticker, and this is a really cute picture. This was Gracie and her friend Jade in first grade, and this picture is Gracie and Jade in fourth grade. So you can see how the girls have grown. It's just so adorable. Oh, and these are little buttons. You can always add buttons. Take little buttons and do your own doodling.